Hello and welcome back to the channel here today. My name is Andy, and tonight we have live coverage of the season finale to NXTGEN Racing's V8 Supercar Championship, as we see Edu deciding to do donuts in the pit lane coming out for qualifying. That's a nice way to enter the track for sure. But it is the season finale. The championship is decided in the favour of Boy Rexer, but there is still plenty up for grabs elsewhere in the field. So there's still a lot of going on here. We've got a 50 lap race here around the short version of the Monza circuit, and we're going to have live coverage of qualifying and the race itself to the flag. And it is going to be the end of the season, as I say. If you do want to look at getting involved next season, then obviously at the end of the stream I will put links below to the group's Facebook page. I am looking at changing on to doing this a wee bit more regularly moving forward. So this is me testing the waters out in regards to the V8s and to Project Cars. But we have 11 cars here for the season finale. A few people unable to make it who would normally be here due to other commitments, so it's a shame that we don't have a full complement with us. But we are watching Edu just now coming through to start his first lap. Now obviously not going through to the normal first corner, come through the middle section through the trees. It's autumn in the game as well, so you've got the autumn leaves, and then coming down the straight. That's the Ascari chicane in the background. So they come out just in front of where Ascari would be in the normal Grand Prix circuit, and then coming down towards the Parabolica. So there's only about 4 or 5 corners technically on this track, as Edu goes very, very wide indeed in the number 29 machine. And the first lap time is RDF1 Adam Morris 47.3, Radovon in second with 48. And we've got Slider in fact now gone up to second. Jamie is in fourth at the moment, with Edu taking 6th and Vida 7th. All over the place at the moment. It's a very short lap of course. And there is Boy Raxer, your champion for season 12 in the V8s, and he is into pole position. But just behind, there he is, that was last season, season 11 champion, Scooby G, and he is looking to try and make sure he finishes second. So second at the moment is WRT Shadow, who is not here. He's missed quite a few of the last couple of rounds due to other commitments. So Scooby has a chance to take second place in the championship, so he'll be trying to do his absolute best to make sure he gets enough points. But Boy Raxer is your champion this season. But if we go through while we're watching some of the qualification going on, we will just tell you the championship standings and where to look out for the battles this evening. So championship standings after last weekend's race, which was at Monaco. Boy Raxer the champion, 467 points. WRT Shadow is in second at the moment on 346, but he's not here today. Scooby G in third, 316 points, so he needs 30 points, more than 30 points, to be able to take over second place. But if I remember correctly, this is a double points race, so he's got a very good chance of doing so. RS Jim is in fourth place in the championship, but he is not here tonight unfortunately, so Edu is just less than 5 points behind actually in fifth place. You've seen him doing the donuts as Scooby G turns the car sideways in the 34 machine and just avoided by both Boy Raxer and Edu. He gets it spun back around pretty quickly though, and he is top of the standings at the moment, 2 times clear. I'll just quickly go to the standings again. So Scooby's looking to take over second from Shadow. Edu should be able to get ahead of Jim as long as he finishes. And then we've got quite a nice battle for 6 between Radovon, Vida, Vidicas and Slider Gas. I'll just show you those guys there. There is Slider and the number 43 machine, so he is 8th out of those 3, so he's bottom of those 3. That's Radovan just ahead of him, and he is at the top of that with Vidicas, or Vida, in the middle, and those 3, 195 points, 190, 190, so 5 points separate the 3 of them in the standings. Ropsky, who is 9th at the moment, he drives the number 7 machine. We'll just pick him up coming through Parabolica. He will overtake myself in the championship standings. He's 10th at the moment. I'm 2 points ahead of him in 9th, but I have decided to do this instead as I look to transition into this more often from next season. So he's going to overtake myself in the standings, and I've got a few others further down as well. But it's sure to be an interesting race. We had a double sprint race here last year, and it made for some very interesting battles on the track. But we've got Scooby G there, the 34 machine, and what we're going to do is we're going to jump to an on-board. Well, we're not going to jump on board with him, as he's just completely messed up and gone straight into the pits. So I'll see if I can find someone else to jump on board a lap with at the moment. But there's your standings just now. Scooby G 45.9, Adam Morrison 46.0, Boy Raxa we're on board with a 46.1, and the slowest time NGR Lagerfani, that is how you say it, he's told me I'm right, 48.9, but he's been having some issues with his wheel and just ordered himself a new base from Fanatec, which probably cost him a pretty penny indeed. So that'll be good for him hopefully for next season. But here we are, we have Raxer going into turn 1. Very easy to get the braking rungs, you're so used to going down to the first chicane, and then through the back section here, and this is where you come back onto the Grand Prix circuit. Behind you is the Scary chicane, and then powering down the back straight here towards the parabolic. It is a very short lap, which is why we have 50 laps here tonight. And you can see on the brakes, down to 3rd gear, picking up the throttle nicely. And he gets on the power. He's got a few cars ahead, so it's going to be a slipstream battle quite a bit of this race, I would imagine. And come across the line. Does he improve on his time from a 46.1? He does, to a 46.0, so it puts him up into 2nd place at the moment for Boy Raxa. Radovan picking up a wee bit of time penalty and validation there possibly. He's got to be careful he doesn't slip up there. He's in 7th at the moment. And we're just going to run through, so you can see Scooby G's in the pits, no assists, and there's a reason I'm going through this, just to show some people who may be interested in joining up to this league or next gen as a whole. Got Boy Raxer in second. He's a champion from this season, using some traction control and a bit of ABS, possibly on low settings I believe. And then you've got Adam Morris here, picking up, there's the camera, there we go, coming through parabolic on the 14 machine, again traction control and ABS. Slider gas is the same as is Radovan. Jamie's only using the ABS, no traction control. Remember, you've got 650 horsepower through the rear wheels, so very interesting for that. And Edu's very similar, he just runs some ABS there. Vida is the same, just the ABS. Rotsky traction control and ABS. Envoy Extreme is the same, and so is NGR Lager. And the reason I mention that is that this league is set up to accommodate for all, so it's default setups. The assists are up to yourself, the only exception being stability control. And with it being default setup means that it's purely down to driver skill, how well you can handle these beasts. 650 horsepower through the rear wheels, Ford Falcon V8 Supercars. It's unfortunate we've not got the proper liveries, because that would be pretty cool, but it is definitely something. And as I say, I will put links to NXTGEN Racing, their Facebook page, Twitter handle, etc. when this is all done. You can see NGR Scooby G still in the pole position. Boy Raxer getting a slipstream off of Radovan and going up the inside here in qualifying. You've got to basically treat it like a sprint race. And Radovan's in 3rd at the moment as well, so he's now going to get the slipstream down the front straight. And you can see that was Vida getting out of the way there. Now does Boy Raxer improve and go pole? Does Radovan improve? Nope, neither of them go any quicker than their current time. And Adam Morris has just moved up to 4th. Boy Raxer getting out of the way, and he's going to probably pull into the pits. There's Slider gas. Edu's gone up to 5th, and look at the gap there. You can see, with it being a short track as well, we have the top 8 covered by just over half a second at this point in time. And look at this train coming down to Parabolica. Radovan, got Slider gas, got Vidica's there as well. Adam Morris kitting them out in the background. Envoy Extreme in there as well. I keep hating how that camera changes, but there is Envoy. And RS Jim has made it into the lobby. Fantastic. Didn't think Jim was going to be able to make it tonight, so that's going to give Edu a bit of a fight there over that 4th position in the championship. And I'm sure we'll see him out of the pits very shortly. Only 4.5 minutes to go, so good job it's a quick lap. As we are on board just now with the man himself, Mr. Stuart Packham, NGR Lager fan. It looks like he is heading for pit lane. No, he's not. He's carrying on. He's taking the shortest line. And he's quite a guy, this man. Very funny man indeed. Runs the Alpha DTM style cars in Assetto Corsa this season. So he is one of the league hosts that go about during the season. And again, as I say, if you want to get involved, do have a look later on. He's 10th at the moment. Scooby's decided he's going to sit back and listen to his techno house music that he's got, I'm sure, hiding away in the background while he looks through Tinder, no doubt. So Boy Raxler got a chance. Look at the gap there, only 2/100ths of a second between first and second. And these two have been pretty quick all year between Scooby, Boy Raxler and Shadow. Those three have been the quickest pretty much all season in terms of wins. No one else has been able to get a win this season apart from those, so they've just managed to take a handle off the car much better than anyone else. And it has been quite an interesting season. Scooby done very good last season and took the championship pretty well, but this season Boy Raxer and Shadow have been different league occasions in some races, but it's been really competitive between the rest of the field, and that is what's so good about this championship. And as you can see now, the top 9, 8/10ths of a second between them. So it's definitely going to be an interesting race. No pit stops, unless you want to, but there's no need to. Tyre wear is off, fuel depletion is off, as I say. It's just purely drive the car as fast as you can. No limitations, no setups, just stock setups, and go for it. You are the man and the person in control. Just going to quickly tweet this out for you to make me a wee second. I'll be back for the last 2 minutes of qualifying. And we are back, so that's the tweet sent out. So look at them running really wide through the parabolica there. That was Boy Raxer and Adam Morris running pretty wide through the last corner. And we're into the last minute and a half of qualifying. There is RS Jim, so he has been able to make it. Good to see that he's got into be able to race tonight for Jim, and he's got a chance of beating Edu. He's ahead by 5 points at the moment in the championship, and he's coming up to the end of his first lap, so it'll be interesting to see what he'll be able to do. Whoa, and that was Radovan getting in the way. And you can see a flash of the lights there just as he apologises for getting in the way of Jim. Jim in number 1 machine, another quick driver, one of many very quick drivers that are possible in this field. He's going to set his first lap time. It's a 54 due to that, but I'm sure he'll be much quicker in just a moment. He dives up the inside, but into the wall he goes, missing his braking. Very easy to do. And you can see he's another one who runs just the EBS on here. There's Boy Raxer. That was someone off in the background. We've got 3 cars in the pits out of the 12. So 9 cars on track at the moment, and it still looks like the M8 in Glasgow in some places on a Friday night. But we've got under 30 seconds now. Can anybody top the pole position? Provisional pole time 45.9 from Scooby G in the 34 machine. Here is one of the guys who's probably got the best chance of it. Is Boy Raxer, a 28 car. The season champion coming across the line, looking to complete the season with a win. He'd love to finish it off in that way, and he does not improve on his lap time there. Neither does Adam Morris. Here comes Radovan, who's in third at the moment. Good qualifying from him as the checkered flag is out, and Radovan does not improve, so he'll be no better than third place in the grid. Sliders came into the pits as well. I'm just going to see if we can pick up. There's Ropski coming through Parabolica. I'll just see if he's going to be able to improve in any way. He's shaking the tyres up, so maybe his nose. Yeah, he's on brakes, flashing the lights. Probably giving me a signal. Who knows? He crosses line, so he's going to be 10th on the grid. And it looks like the grid is pretty set, unless Boy Raxer here, heading for the line. Can he get any quicker? No, he cannot. So we pretty much have our grid set. Radovan is not on a quick lap. Jamie's off, and yep, session is over. End of the session. Scooby G pole position with Boy Raxer in second and Radovan in third. 45.9 for both the top two. 2/100ths of a second separate them in the qualification standings. Now you're going to notice we're going to go straight into the race here. There's no messing about when it comes to this, so we're going to get straight in here. The lights are on and they're underway, and that's a brilliant start from Boy Rax on the side, but he's pulled over to the side for some reason, maybe jumped the start. We'll need to keep an eye on that. Scooby G into first position there in the first corner, cuts across the nose. Keep an eye on any reaction behind, see if everyone gets through. They've all got through turn one well, so good start so far from everybody. But there we go, coming down towards Parabolica on the first of 50 laps. It'll be a quick race though, and Scooby G has got them all trying to slipstream him. Boy Raxer in second, Adam Morris is in third, but he's been challenged by Edu, who's made up a few places already on the opening lap. I'm just going to try and cut back here. They're side by side through the Parabolica, and Morris has been pushed a little bit wide. Hopefully not the contact. That's going to give Radovan a chance to have a go and get up into fifth place. And we've also got Jamie kicking about there as well. So Adam Morris ahead, and there's Jamie. So Radovan's in the middle. Two blue cars nearly 3 wide into turn one. This isn't going to end well. But brilliant driving from everybody to avoid any damage, and that was lovely done. And Edu up into third place at this point in time. So frantic start. You can see them all coming down towards Parabolic again. Look at Boy Raxer. He's going to jump to the onboard chase camera. You can see coming through on the outside the Parabolica, so he's going to try and get the undercut back through and get the run out the corner. He's got a good run. They're nearly door to door. This is close stuff, and it's just the slimmest of margins. Scooby G sticking ahead at the moment. Who is going to take the first position there? Over a line, neck and neck. Look at this, and Boy Raxer's got the inside line into turn one, and he is through into the lead of this race. Adam Morris back up into third. Edu's lost a couple of places because Radovan's back ahead of him. So it's falling back there for the Spaniard after early start. Ropski, the Belgium, up to 6th place. He started down and around about 10th. Lager's up to 7th as well. Envoy Extreme turn towards the back. Vida's not had a great start as well. RS Jim in 10th. Jamie's dropped down, so I'm guessing the incident has happened with Jamie, and it's caused Edu to lose a few places as well. But he's already back up to 4th, ahead of Radovan, as you can see there coming out of the Parabolica. But there is your two leaders, not much between them, half a second. And there is Adam Morris in third. We've got Edu trying to chase him down. Spit of flame out the side exhaust. Edu goes a bit wide, tries to get the car back underneath, but the car gets loose on him, and he's unable to get that done. There's Radovan having a wee look there. He's not going to get much done through there, and Scooby G is right behind your race leader. Let's get to the cockpit cam. I'll just see this here. Will he be able to do anything? No, he's not. 4th gear. Gently on the throttle and power on hard. Can he get the slipstream down the front straight? These two, I get the feeling this is going to be very close for pretty much the entire race. Scooby pulls to the inside as if he's going to look for a late braking lunge, but nope, he decides better off it. And your race leader carries on. Lap 5 of 50, so we're a 10th of the way through the race already. Boy Raxer leads from Scooby G. Adam Morris in 3rd, Edu in 4th, Radovan in 5th, Ropski in 6th there, and that is Slider trying to make a move on Lager. coming up through back onto the main straight, and Lager has run wide, and that's going to be an easy move for the Czech driver, and that's a mistake from the resident party animal Lager there, and he is lost a place down to 8th place as Slidergas sneaks through in the 43 machine. You see Jamie there in 9th, and there's RS Jim who is 10th. Vida is down in 11th. Not like Vida to be that far down, he's usually pretty quick. And Envoy Extreme is at the back of the pack just now. Back to the front though. These two still under a sec. Oh, Scooby G's got a bit. Whoa, sideways there now. Around it goes from Scooby G. Can he get back without catching anyone? He's lucky to get away with that. And again, obviously no damage in this league, because then that means that you can just enjoy the racing. He's gone from 2nd, and he's currently now down to 5th. He's got Ropsky and Slider all over him. So keep an eye on this for just a moment. Coming down to Parabolica. 2 cars behind, we've got the lights ablaze. But Scooby's able to hold on for now, but he's got a very narrow entry point into the Parabolica, which could give someone a chance. And there's Lager having a go up the inside of Ropsky as well, coming out of the Parabolica. So a lot of action in the middle of the field. And that's going to allow Boy Raxer to just disappear off into the distance. And there's Lager up the inside. Nada, oh my, Jamie's off, missed his break and nearly caught the back of Ropsky. But he has managed to carry on, of course. But that was nearly a big accident there. Lager did get the move done on Ropsky, and he is now trying to chase down Slidergas for 6th place, with Scooby just ahead of them as well. Boy Raxer still leads. He's now got 4.5 seconds over Adam Morris. Edu is in 3rd, trying to hunt him down. He's got a couple of seconds to Radovan in 4th. And we've got this battle we're looking at here, that's Scooby G, Slider, and then NGR Lager that we're looking at just now. Ropsky falling back at the moment from Lager, and then we've got Jamie, who just had that big incident at turn 1, lost him a few places. He is down in 9th. Jim is in 10th. Vida 11th, from Envoy Extreme is in 12th. Just going to skip back here to Scooby at the moment, because he has got Slidergas all over there. There's Lager going wide onto the grass as well. He's going to be opening up a gardening service before long if he carries that stuff on. But let's see what happens here. Will Slider be able to get anywhere close to the 34 machine? Not on this occasion. Over the line, here we go. So it's lap 8, and I see your leader is disappearing up the road. He's 5 seconds clear. We're going to jump here to this battle for the moment. No, it's Adam Morris now has Edu all over the back of him. Edu, the current league coordinator, he runs this league, and he'll be running it, co-running it next season. There's going to be a few changes. We're going to have a sprint race and a feature race from next season's Tuesday night V8, so it's going to be very interesting indeed. At the moment it is just one race in qualifying, so it's going to mix it up for sure. Be interesting to see how that goes. But can Edu get past the 14 car? Not close enough to do it here. We're on lap 10, so we're 1/5 of the way through already. Race going by very quickly, of course. It's a short lap, around about 40 odd seconds a lap. The fastest lap of the race at the moment, well, in terms of last lap anyway, was Boy Raxer 46.2, but Adam 46.3 and Eddie 46.2 as well. So these three, along with Scooby and Slider, are in the 46s. You can see just how close the field is. And Scooby's got Slider's trying to find it on board. There we go, he's catching up to Radovan. There is Slider, he was getting close to him there. And Edu is through, so he's got the slipstream down the straight. Better run out of Parabolica, but Adam's trying to fight back into turn 1. He's really pinched himself up on the entrance, and Edu's going to get a run out. Adam's going to now try and sweep back up the inside and get a run down to Parabolica. There's your race leader in the foreground. That is Boy Raxer disappearing and possibly heading towards another victory. We've got to keep an eye, because look in the background, we've got 4th, 5th and 6th there lining up as well. So we need to keep an eye on all of this at the moment. We'll keep an eye on these front two, these two for 2nd and 3rd. and we'll look into the background, and Adam's going to get a run on Edu here. Edu getting a poor exit out of the parabolica, and can the 14 car make a move into turn 1? Short braking zone, he's going for it, he's up the inside, and he's made the move done, but Edu going to go up the inside and try and cut him back, and it's side by side through this middle section, but he's not able to get the run. And Radovan's managed to hold off from Scooby at the moment. We're going to cut back there. You could see that was NGR Lager and Jamie having a bit of a battle as well. Edu pulling back into the slipstream. It's hard to keep an eye on who to watch. We're going to watch this because Edu is going up the inside into the parabolica, down to third gear, into the parabolica corner. Adam Morris keeping to the inside, outside, and now switches back. Right, Edu is through and back into second place, but again with the slipstream effect at Monza, even on the short layout version of the track, this is going to be a ding-dong battle between all of them moving forward. Quickly jump back to Radovan in fourth. He's still got Scooby and Slider behind. He's got that one really wrong into the wall. That is a huge mistake there from the cash show machine, number 16, and he has dropped down to 6th place. He might lose another place to Lager in a moment as well, who's got Jamie just behind him. Just click to the timings, you see it's lap 13. In fact, we're going to jump back because Adam's back ahead of Edu. These two are just back and forth at the moment. They're just coming through the parabolica, but put back to the timings. There you go, it's Boy Raxa looking from Adam Morris, Edu in third. And Boy Raxa 45.8, along with Scooby G doing a 45.8, so those two definitely able to put in the quick line. Edu very slightly caught the grass. That's a big accident into the wall, and that was a mistake. It was a driver error. He got it on the grass, got it sideways on the brakes for catching the grass, and he is back down to 5th place with Radovan just behind there. But that was a mistake from the Spaniard. With a very big crash, but obviously with the damage being off to allow people to enjoy the racing, because that's what it's about at Next Gen, is having fun and enjoying your race as well as being competitive. He is able to continue on without the need of a pit stop at this point, but that might change in the future, you never know. He's able to carry on at the moment. He's allowed him to push the limits, and he's found it there into the braking zone. You can see the exclamation marks at the side signifying where possible penalties might come from, so we'll need to keep an eye on that come the end of the race. You see Scooby now back into the podium slot thanks to Edu's mistake, but that mistake means that Adam Morris is in second. That is Envoy Extreme there in front. He is a lap down almost, and Adam Morris is pulling over. Something's happened. Has he had a problem with his wheel, or has he had a slowdown penalty? He's lost 2 places because of that. A very strange instance there. I don't know what was quite happening with that. But he has dropped down to 4th there, and that puts Scooby G back up into 2nd place where he was. I wonder if he's waiting for Edu, thinking it was maybe his fault, but it wasn't. I don't know. But either way, strange ongoings there. But Adam's dropped down to 4th. He's now got Edu behind. You can see just in the background Scooby Lager having to defend off Jamie round the outside of the 33 machine. Can he make it stick? That is a lovely move from Jamie. And he is now up into 7th. He was up in the top 4 early doors before making a mistake which we missed off camera. But he's now making his way back through the field and chasing down Radovan for 6th place. So the 13 machine making its way back up through the order at this point in time. And it's still nose to tail in the middle of the field. It looks like Jamie, I'm going to stick here actually because Jamie's getting a run on Radovan. You can see Edu has got past Adam just up ahead. Will Jamie have a shot here down the inside? No, he's sticking to the braking zone. He's going to follow on through. Crisp autumn day here. Weather changing from heavy clouds to light clouds, so that's why it's starting to brighten up a little bit. It's going to change the track temperature a little bit as well. It's still nose to tail, but your leader is still Boy Raxer, the season 12 champion, is still leading at this point in time. He's nearly 13 seconds clear of NGR Scooby G, who was the pole sitter, lost the lead at the start to Boy Raxer. but they two were able to keep fighting for a while, and then Scooby lost it coming through turn 1, just got in the power too quick. The back end stepped out and spun him round. That dropped him down the field, but he's back up to second now. Radovan and Jamie here. Like Jamie nearly bumper to bumper into turn 1. They're able to keep it together. And you keep an eye on all the battles. I want to do a run through the order. That is Envoy Extreme at the front of your picture. He is 12th. He's a lap down now. So you can see Scooby's got a bit of a gap now to Slider, and Adam is looking at Edu ahead. But we're going to stick here to Jamie and Radovan, because we'll be able to pick up the cars ahead as we come through the Parabolica and down the front straight as well. And Jamie looks like he's got a nice run. He takes a wider line out on the way out of Parabolica. He's going to jump to the cockpit view. Here we go. 6th gear up to 170 before getting on the brakes. Down to 2nd gear. Turning it in. It's tricky and deceptive first corner in the short version of the Monza. Be very careful you don't get it wrong. Through the little turns of 2 and 3, turn 4 puts you back onto the Grand Prix circuit down towards Parabolica, as Radovan managed to get a bit of a gap to Jamie there, so he's pulled out a little couple of attempts there. It just gives him a bit of breathing space, and you can see Edu and Adam Morris just up ahead fighting. 3rd gear into the Parabolica, and there is Envoy Extreme staying out of the way. He's a lap down. He's just staying out of everyone's way. You see the flash of the lights on the steering column there. That was Jamie just saying thank you. And that is what Next Gen is about fair racing. If you are a lap down, we do stay out of the way. Drivers do keep out of the way. So it's good to see Envoy keeping aside so he doesn't get involved in anyone's battles. Oh, Edu on the grass. The Spanish gardener away again. He's done that a few times this season onto the grass. And that's going to let Adam get back through and into 4th place. There is Edu, just getting it wrong coming out onto the back straight there. And they're both catching up to Slider, who's in 3rd place, so it's not done by a long shot yet. We're on lap 20 of 50, so we're already a good bit through the race. Still got 30 laps to go. Sounds like a lot, but with this short a lap, we'll be done before you know it. And down to 1st gear for Edu through there, so you can see the difference. Some people take it in 2nd, some people taking it in 1st. And obviously it's down to driving preference, of course, as Radovan now having to look at fending off Jamie coming through. That's for 6th. There's Envoy onto the grass trying to keep out of the way of Ropsky in the background. Jim coming back through as well, and Vida as well. They're having a little bit of a fight at the back, but it's still keeping nose to tail. These cars are so hard to handle. Big heavy cars, 650 plus horsepower, all to the rear wheels, and obviously most of that weight is over the front wheels at times as well, so really hard to get them slowed down from 170 down to about 70, so 100 miles an hour wiped off there. And that, oh, that is Slider in the wall. Slider gassing the wall from 3rd place. And that is a mistake from the Czech driver. Ropsky just sneaks by on the outside there. Jim's going to go for the inside. But that is a mistake from the number 43 machine, and that drops him from 3rd place. That puts Adam Morris up in the 3rd. There's Edu 4th, Radovan now 5th, Jamie 6th, Lager in 7th, and now we've got Ropsky, Slider, Jim and Vida 8th, 9th, 10th and 11th. We've got Envoy Extreme who's 12th, but he's now a lap down on the whole field. And that says that he's just racing for some fun to get used to these cars. And that's sometimes the best way to do it, is just to get in there and race. I'll keep an eye on this at the moment, because it looks like Vida is going to have a go. Jim, the meat in a Czechoslovakian sandwich. And here goes Vida up the inside. This could end in tears. No, Ropsky's in the wall as well, so it's going to let Slider get back through into 8th place. Ropsky getting sideways on the exit of turn 1. And it's just nose to tail still through the field. Coming up to half distance. I'm going to quickly run through the order. There is your leader, Boyer Axer, 13.5 seconds clear of 2nd place, which is NGR Scooby G. There he is, the pole sitter and last season's champion, the outgoing champion, trying to chase down this season's champion, but he's 14 seconds down. He's got 3 seconds over Adam Morris, who's there in the blue car, and he's got Edu behind him in 4th, so those two fighting. Radovan in 5th is the orange and black machine, and then 6th place is Jamie in the other blue car, which is the 13 machine. And you got NGR Lager in 7th, having a decent race at the moment, hoping that his force feedback doesn't fail him again. While Slider is in 8th place, making up the time there that he's just lost, having been in 3rd place for a while there. RS Jim in 9th, and I've picked the wrong time to go jumping through that part because the camera keeps changing. He's up to 9th now. Rotsky is in 10th with Vida in 11th, and that car you just seen at the back there was Envoy Extreme, who is 12th. He is a lap down on the field. Half distance, Next Gen Racing's season finale for the V8 Supercars, and that's Rotsky off into the wall, the Belgium running wide in the 7 car, and that's another mistake into turn 1, very tricky braking zone. That has dropped him down another place, putting Vida back up into 10th place, and Jim now to meet again in that Czechoslovakian sandwich with Slider and Vida 8th and 10th. We're going to jump back to the front, and just in time as well, because here comes Adam Morris looking for a move on Edu. He's late on the brakes, he's good on the brakes, and in the background there, that is Radovan and Jamie. Jamie had a look and goes late up the inside, door to door, probably touched door handles there. Now, has he got the move done? No, he has not. He's going to try again. He's going to try and get a better run out of this turn onto the back straight, and Adam is passing, making a move on Edu as well. So we've got battles 3rd and 4th, 5th and 6th. Adam has got through on Edu at the moment. We'll keep an eye on how that comes out. And there is Radovan holding off Jamie for the moment as he comes through Parabolica. You can see the sun starting to set. We're going to jump back here because these two were side by side, and they still are coming down the front straight. Can Edu get on the brakes later? Can he get the move done? You can see in the background as well Radovan and Jamie, but Adam is held on. No, Edu's got the inside, but Adam able to pull off, and Radovan still holding on to 5th just, but Jamie seems to have a much better run through that middle section, and he is side by side with the 15 machine. There we go. Go to the roof camera. Unfortunately I can't move it. That would be nice. And Jamie looks like he might just have the move done here as well. The time to say he's ahead, and he is ahead on the road as well. So nice move there from Jamie, coming back through the field in the unlucky 13 machine. We'll skip back to the fight for the last step of the podium, and there goes Edu down the inside. Can he keep it together? Tight to the inside. Adams ran wide, clipping the barrier for the 29. Cost them though, because Adam able to get the run back through, and that is another move. And again, side by side, just constant action here at the season finale for Next Gen Racing's V8 Supercars. Tuesday nights 8 o'clock. Season 13 will be starting by the end of November, and as I say, by the end of this stream, when it's uploaded properly and finished, I will post the links to all the places you need to know if you wish to sign up for leagues across Project Cars, to Assetto Corsa, GT Sport, Dirt Rally as well, and also on from next season, Thursday nights, F1 2018 League has been proposed as well. So it's on the PS4, all of them, and if you want to get involved, I will leave those links. You're more than welcome to come and join us in Next Gen Racing. As I say, it's all about having fun as well as trying to be competitive as well, and we welcome anyone as long as you want to fight fair and race fairly. Envoy Extreme's made a pit stop. He's obviously just decided to do something a bit different for a change and see what he can do. And there is Scooby G. He is the outgoing champion, unfortunately for him. He's trying to chase down this season's champion, but he's got 14.5 seconds. I'm going to jump back because here we go again. This is what, round 17 or something now? I don't know. Edu going to the outside this time, Adam on the inside, and Adam just parks it on the apex so that Edu cannot get the run. He holds on to 3rd place again for now. These two are nose to tail. Jamie obviously got that move done, nearly both in the grass there for Adam and Edu, but there's Jamie in the background 5th, Radovan 6th, and Lager in 7th. Slider is in 8th. Vida has made a move on Jim, As you can see them coming out, and slow Vida's going wide. That's going to give Jim a run. Should be an easy one there for the number 1 machine. Keep an eye on all the timings, but I'll try to give everyone a shot. Will Jim go for the inside at Parabolica? No, he will not. Not close enough. Vida able to make it work despite getting onto the grass there. It cost him seconds, a couple of seconds to his other Czech driver ahead, which is Slider. And Jim's going to have a run now. Edu's made the position on 3rd. But try and give everyone screen time. Here goes Jim. This is 9th and 10th. Round the outside. Really late in the brakes. Sideways. And nearly got that done. That would have been a lovely move if he could have held it on. But the car just breaking loose too fast into turn 1. And Jim will have to deal with Ropsky behind him now. Over 10th place. There is again. And back once again. On the bumping doors. Door handle to door handle, a little bit of rubbing paint there through the Parabolica. Edu and Adam Morris, we go one more time into turn 1. It's lap 31 of 50. Final stages of the race coming up. And Adam again on the inside, able to just park it. Edu's going to try and go around the outside, but you've got to be careful, it pinches through this section here. And all of this is allowing Jamie and Radovan to catch up. We're going to have a 4, well, they've touched again. Looks like Eddie got a slightly better run, maybe caught up onto the back of Adam. We're going to have a 4-way battle, maybe even a 5-way battle for 3rd in a moment. And it is just non-stop go, go, go just now on the track here at Monza. As I say, we're not seeing much of the leader because he's 14.5 seconds clear of 2nd, who is 8.5 clear of this battle. That car you see ahead is Envoy Extreme, who is a lap down on the field. He's now 2 laps down on the leader. And Eddie looking to the inside. That's a fake. Oh, and Adam's going far too long into the corner. It's straight into the wall. Missed his braking point. He's going to have to reverse out of there, waiting to make sure he doesn't hit anyone else. That's dropped him down. It's such a shame from Adam there. And he has dropped down to 8th place. Just Eddie looked to make a dummy to the inside there, and Adam just missed his braking point straight into the wall. But again, due to the fact that we try to make sure you can run a full race without having to make multiple pit stops for damage, and there's no damage on, no tyre wear on. Edu's run wide at Parabolica, and Jamie is up to 3rd place. And that is a brilliant recovery drive from the 13 machine. He was up in 4th place early doors, made a mistake off camera while we were watching some other battles, and dropped all the way down to about 11th place at one point. And that is him now back into 3rd place, so brilliant recovery there. And Jamie showing he can really handle these V8 cars and make up some good ground. But it's lap 34. My name is Andy, this is NXTGEN Racing V8 Supercars season finale of season 12, round 12. And we are having some ding-dong battles through the field, showing you just how close the racing is. Again, do reiterate, no damage or tyre wear or anything like that. It's just race it as fast as you can. Choice of playing about with the traction control and ABS if you wish to. It's your choice. It's all about driver skill in the series here, in this one. And it's bringing us some fantastic viewing. There's 3rd, 4th and 5th, it's all in the one picture. Jamie Edu, who's pretty much right on the bumper of Jamie at the moment. And there's Radovan looking to pick up the scraps if anything goes wrong. And there's Lager, who's made some good progress through the field. He started just around about the 10th place in the grid, as we see Adam going wide on the grass there, coming through that corner. But Lager's made some good progress, kept it on the track. Sliders in 7th. Adam was up in 3rd place battling here with Edu, but he made a mistake a couple of laps ago that you had seen into the wall at turn 1, but able to reverse out and carry on. And into turn 1, nothing going on there, so we'll just quickly have a look at the fastest lap time. The fastest lap is still Boy Raxer leader, 45.8, but look at how close Scooby is on the fastest lap, 45.83, so it just shows you how close they are. And we're just going to jump back here, because look at this, 3rd, 4th, 5th, all nose to tail coming down to Parabolica. There's less than half a second between them. Eddie goes to the inside, he's late in the brakes, he's going to run wide there. He's managed to keep it between the track lines. Jamie's been forced wide. He's going to keep his foot in it, but he's lost a place to Radovan as well. And that is a late lunge, but he's made it work there, Edu. but Jamie's now got a bit of a speed run on Radovan. He's got to turn 1. Will he make a move? No, he will not. He'll hold it there, and he will take his time to try and make that move for 4th place to get back up. Radovan was previously a filler driver in the series. Just to show you, you can join in obviously for the odd race when there's space available, but he is now a regular in the championship and doing very well, and we're going to possibly have a move here. Edu's got it wrong coming down the straight. Radovan is through into 3rd place, but Edu's going to try and hang it around the outside, and Jamie's going to try and take advantage of all of this. And look at this side by side again. We're not going to have 3 wide into turn 1, surely not. That's just suicide. No, not going to have it. But look at this behind Jamie and Edu side by side. Edu's late in the brakes. He's going for a gap that's not there. Oh my goodness me. I don't think that gap was on, my friend. My Spanish friend, I don't think that was on. He went for a gap between the two to try and pass both Jamie and Radovan, and Jamie just had nowhere to go. But he's slowing down. I think he's slowing down to try and he's going to let Edu catch back up. But it's going to cost him more places because Lager and Slider are right there as well. Again, he felt he was maybe at fault there, and it just shows the sportsmanship that goes on in this league. Jamie has given up 4th place and dropped all the way down to 7th because of that gesture. But Lager now up into 4th place, but Edu going for it again into turn 1. He's been having a go every lap. Nose to tail, this is basically NASCAR pushing round Daytona. And he's backs out the throttle. Look at there goes Slider up the inside of both of them. Where is he? Oh, he's in the wall. It was just too late a braking move, and he was just not able to get it slowed down in time, so he loses places again, and he's sideways as well. Who's that? He's caught onto Vida as well, sliding back onto the track, and he's down to 11th place. There goes the race leader, lap him as well, and Rotsky slides by. We need to jump back up to 4th place though. The action is everywhere here at Monza. It's unbelievable stuff here in NXTGEN. Action everywhere. Chances under braking, missed braking opportunities, missed passing opportunities. It's just constant through the field. And here comes Jamie. Was up about 3rd place at one point. Lost time, trapped to the very back almost. Made his way back up. Got caught out, so he lost a couple of places again. But he's back up into the fight for 4th. With NGR Lager, who's made his way up from the 10th, I think it was our 10th place spot on the grid. So a good run from him in the 33 machine. But he's going to have some company, as you can see in the background there. That is Vida trying to hold off RS Jim, and Slider now in 11th place after that mistake into turn 1. And Lager's gone very wide. I hope that's not his force feedback on his Fanatec wheel. He's lost the place there. And that is Jamie up into 4th place. A small mistake from the 33. And there's Eddie going for the inside again. And he is off into the wall. That was never going to work. I think he's watching right now and he's just trying to give us some action. Fair play. As long as you don't take everyone out in the process. He's not for trying to make some moves, Eddie. I think he's just trying to be a bit too over ambitious. Not quite going to go to the extent of saying Jeremy Clarkson's ambitious but rubbish, because he has made them work before. Just a wee bit too much speed. That was the equivalent of the overspeed button there, and he just managed to get away with only dropping a couple of tenths because of the way he came off the wall. So he's going to have another go maybe. Keep an eye here. There's Lager. It's now into the final 10 laps, lap 42 of 50. Lager looks to the inside this time. Edu decides to use his brakes a bit more properly on this occasion, and gets a better turn. And there is Adam Morris trying to make his way up. He was 2nd at one point until a mistake happened, dropping him down the field. So there's been a few mistakes, but the shortness of the track means you can catch back up pretty quickly. And we'll just see what goes on in the meantime. Not much happening here, so I just could quickly go through the order. So there's Boy Raxo, your leader, nearly 20 seconds clear of this man, NGR Scooby G in 2nd. Radovan coming over the line to start lap 43 sorry, is in 3rd place. And then it's Jamie, NGR Lager, and Edu's going to have another go into turn 1 for the 20th time or something, I don't know, but he's not made it work. Lager's gone a bit wide though. This is 4th, 5th and 6th. And there's Adam in the background, he's 7th, so he's catching on to this to make it a 4-way battle before long. And Vida is not too far, you'll just see him come into shot at the back just about now. There he is. Him and RS Jim fighting over 8th place. And there is your leader in the background coming up to lap them, so they'll need to keep an eye out for that. Keeping an eye on this battle for 4th, 5th and 6th, and soon to be 7th as well. It's just constant here, but we're on lap 43, well the leader's on lap 44, such as his lead. He's now lapping some of those towards the tail of the grid. And Edu, will he have another go? No, he thinks better off it. He's had a few adventures into turn 1, has that number 29 yellow extra machine. Caught the grass under brake and spun big time. Got into the wall once and then tried to go up the middle of Adam and Radovan and got completely taken out due to the over-ambitiousness of that move. But coming down the back straight, still in 6th place and trying to get back up into 5th at the expense of NGR Lager, resident party lager animal that he is. That looks like a good run for Edu. Oh, nearly door to door. Coming up to turn 1, Lager's going to try and squeeze him off the braking line. But Edu's through, but Lager will try and cut back under, but it's very tricky to do in turn 1 here, short there in the Monza. And it is through. And back up to 5th place to try and chase Jamie down one more time. Run through the rest of the field real quickly before Lager has a go at Edu down to Parabolica. In the background there, Vida. RS Jim is 9th, that is Boy Raxer, the leader, who's behind them. The one at the back of the shot is Slider Gas, he is 10th, and Rotsky there at the back in 11th. Envoy Extreme is 12th, he's a couple of laps off the pace, but he's still keeping it on the track and staying out of the way, people, which is brilliant. But he is still getting used to the cars himself, he'll admit that, and he is just obviously getting good. But look at that lap time he's been, 46.7, so he's definitely finding the pace, just like me. The consistency is the hardest thing when it comes to sports supercars. Very hard thing to get consistent. Takes a lot of practice. These very heavy machines. Down the back straight again. We're watching Edu at the moment trying to catch up to Jamie, Lager and Adam behind, so it's 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th. And trying to keep an eye on the gap between Jim and Vida as well, because those two are pretty close together also. Just have a look and see what's going on. Not seeming to be close enough. Will Adam have a go at Lager? I don't think he's close enough. No, not on this occasion, so we'll come back there as Vida. Jim's dropped a wee touch back, he was a bit closer than that. And there's your race leader coming up the lap. Let's go. That'll be a bit upsetting for Jim. He's a very quick driver, just not able to get a handle around this short track today. Boy Raxer though has been on fire most of the season. The only people to win this season, showing just how much they've got a handle on the car, is Boy Raxer and WRT Shadow. Shadow not here, and not been able to make the last couple of races due to real life commitments, which is such a shame. Because he's a very quick driver indeed and had some fantastic battles with Boy Raxer over the season, but unfortunately not able to challenge him for the championship. The leader's now on lap 49, penultimate lap for your race leader, and look at this, Jamie has got Edu catching him up again. There's Radovan just passing Envoy Extreme. Adam's got ahead at NGR Lager as well. Obviously you can see in the background your leader coming through, so we'll be able to catch when he crosses the line in Parabolica. This is the 48th time these guys have gone through. It'll be the 49th time. Envoy Extreme goes into the pits. Obviously just keeping out of the way. I'm sure we'll see him again, and getting closer and closer to fighting at the front as well. And Jamie's made a mistake into turn 1. Edu's now side by side through the middle section, and he sweeps around the outside, and he's back up into 4th place. But Jamie's going to have another go there. Adam's obviously ahead of Lager, and there is boy Raxer in the background, so I'm going to try and keep with all of this into the last lap because the leader is about to win the race. Edu nearly on the grass, catching the white line. That 29 machine wiggled there, and so did the 13. He's run very wide there. We're going to jump back to your leader because it is another dominant and phenomenally brilliant win for your season 12 champion. Boy Raxer is the winner. He takes over the win, and that is possibly the most points in the season as well, beating Scooby G's record. Scooby G is going to come through for a distant second in just a moment's time. Good run from him, but we want to keep an eye on this. This is where the fight is over the last lap. So a few of them have already finished, due to being lapped, but this is where it's at. So Scooby's going to come home second. Radovan, you just seen going through the picture, is going to be third. And here comes Edu, Jamie, Adam and then GR Lager, but it's going to be fourth for Edu. Jamie's going to take fifth, but it's still a good recovery drive after an early mistake. Adam Morrison sixth, he had a good race, he was up in second place at one point, unable to keep it together, and NGR Lager in seventh flips it over the line just because he can, and now he's not going to finish seventh. Well, he will because Vida was a lap down. That's how you finish a race on your roof. And the cool down lap proceeds where everyone just smashes into each other for a laugh. At least it doesn't happen in a race. But there we go, another victory for boy Raxer. 45.8 fastest lap. Scooby G second, 45.83, so close. If only it hadn't been for that mistake where Scooby spun round into turn 1, we could have been looking at a ding-dong battle for the lead through this race. Radovan takes third. Edu gets fourth after multiple attempts into turn 1 and a few mistakes. Fifth place for Jamie, good result from him, he did fall down the field. Sixth for Adam Morris. Lager finishes in 7th, says DNF because he flipped it on the line. Lovely move, I'll give you a 5.9 for effort, my friend. Vida in 8th, RS Jim 9th, Slider rounds out the top 10, Ropsky in 11th, and Envoy Extreme was a few laps down. He was in 12th place. But that is it, a frantic race at Monza, short. My name is Andy, that was NXTGEN Racing's V8 Supercar finale for Season 12. As I say, links will be below once the video is processed up, and if you want to join, you can certainly do. All you need is a PlayStation 4 and a copy of either Project Cars 2, Assetto Corsa, GT Sport, Dirt Rally, or F1 2018 with a new league coming on Thursday nights. But my name is Andy, and until my next video, I will see you again very soon. Ta-da.